All right, let's dive into something that's been making a splash lately, and that is stand-up paddleboarding, or SUP, as most people call it. You've probably seen folks gracefully gliding across the water on these boards, maybe thought, hey, that looks peaceful, or maybe, whoa, how do they balance like that?
Bleh.
Well, today, we're going to paddle beyond just the surface. We're going deep, a true deep dive into the history of SUP. Explore the gear you need, and we're going to uncover the surprising range of SUP activities out there. So whether you're, maybe thinking of trying SUP yourself or want to impress your friends with some cool trivia,
Hmm.
or just love learning new things, stick with us.
I love that. It's funny you mentioned SUP might seem like a recent trend, but it's got roots going back centuries, literally.
Oh, I am so ready to be surprised. Take us back in time.
All right, so picture this, all right. Fishermen in ancient cultures, we're talking thousands of years ago, standing on boards using paddles to navigate rivers and coastlines. And we're talking Africa, South America, Polynesia. I mean, SUP, this was their way of life, essential for fishing, transportation, you name it.
Wow, that is incredible. So it's not just a modern fad. It's like this echo of ancient practices. I am hooked. Tell me more about how this ancient art evolved into the SUP we see today.
Okay, so fast forward now to the 1940s and 50s in Hawaii, and you'll find surf instructors standing on their boards, but with a paddle, right? To get a better view of their students in those incoming waves. This wasn't just about, style points. It was functional. They needed that elevated perspective to coach effectively.
So the seeds of modern SUP planted right there in those iconic Hawaiian waves. I can just picture those beaches. But then what? Was there like a period where SUP kind of faded into the background?
Yeah, exactly. It wasn't really a mainstream thing until the early 2000s. That's when surfers like Laird Hamilton and Dave Kalama, big names,
Mhm.
known for really pushing the boundaries of water sports. They brought it back. They started using paddles for navigating larger waves, and even on flat water. It was like they discovered this whole new dimension to being on the water.
It's funny how sometimes something old becomes new again. So these guys, they made it cool to SUP.
You could say that. I mean, their influence combined with the accessibility and versatility of the
Mhm.
sport, it really made SUP explode in popularity.
Okay, so I'm ready to ride this wave. Let's say someone's hearing all this and thinking, all right, I want to try this. Where do they even begin? Choosing a board seems like the first big hurdle.
Oh, you're absolutely right. Walking into a shop or browsing online, it can be a little overwhelming. Solid boards, inflatables, different shapes. So let's break it down a little. First decision: inflatable or solid?
Okay, inflatable boards. Those always kind of seem more like, a pool toy to me. Are those truly for serious paddling?
Don't let the inflatable part fool ya. These boards they're incredibly durable, built with, military-grade PVC and something called drop stitch construction. Imagine like thousands of these tiny threads connecting the top and bottom layers, creating this really rigid structure that can handle high pressure.
So it's like a high-tech, super strong air mattress, but for the water.
Exactly. And the beauty of inflatables is portability. Deflate it, roll it up, and you can store it in a closet or take it on a plane. Perfect if you're, limited on space or want to travel with your board.
Okay, convenience is king. But what about the solid boards? When would someone opt for one of those?
Well, solid boards, they're typically crafted from foam, fiberglass, carbon fiber, even wood sometimes,
Hmm?
and they just give you that unbeatable performance edge. Faster speeds, more responsive feel, that direct connection to the water that seasoned paddlers, they crave.
Got it. So inflatables are the practical choice. Solid boards are for the performance-driven paddler. Starting to get the lay of the land here. But I'm guessing there's more to it than just material, right?
You are sharp. Shape of the board is just as crucial.
Wait, different shapes. Like, what are we talking square boards for? For chilling? Round ones for speed?
Not quite that extreme, but each shape serves a purpose. You got your all-around boards, stable and versatile, perfect for beginners, casual paddling on calm water. And then there are touring boards, longer and narrower. These are built for efficiency, allowing you to cover distances, explore further.
Okay, all around for easy going, touring for the adventurers. What other shapes are out there?
Well, if catching waves is your thing, then you'll want a surfing SUP. These boards are designed specifically to handle the ocean's energy. Shakes optimized for maneuverability and stability on a wave.
Hey.
And then for those who want to test their speed, there are race boards. Long, narrow, and sleek. Built for pure speed, gliding through the water.
This is blowing my mind. So many options. What if someone wants to take their yoga practice to the water? Is that even possible?
You're full of great questions. And yes, SUP yoga is a real thing, and it's exactly as cool as it sounds. You'll need a specialized yoga SUP board for that. These are wider, more stable, giving you a solid, spacious platform to flow through your poses. It's all about finding balance, connecting with nature, and enjoying that tranquility of the water.
Yoga on a paddleboard. Okay,
Mhm.
that is next level. So we've covered boards, but what about the other essential gear? What does someone absolutely need to get started?
Well, choosing the right paddle is almost as crucial as the board itself.
Okay, so what should people look for in a paddle?
Materials are key. You'll see paddles made from aluminum, fiberglass, carbon fiber, even wood. Each has its pros and cons in terms of, weight, durability, flex. But the most important factor is getting the right length. A paddle that's too short will have you hunched over, and one that's too long will be awkward and inefficient.
So how do you know what length is right? Is there a rule of thumb?
A good starting point is to choose a paddle that's about 6-10 inches taller than you. But factors like your paddling style and the type of SUP you'll be doing can influence the ideal length.
Got it. So it's not one size fits all. What else is absolutely essential? I'm picturing myself out on the water
Yeah.
and falling in. What keeps the board from floating away?
Ah, yes, the leash. A leash is a must-have safety item. It attaches you to the board, preventing it from drifting away if you take a tumble. Trust me, you don't want to be swimming after a runaway board.
That's for sure. What about other safety gear? What should we be thinking about?
Well, a personal flotation device, or PFD, is crucial depending on your location and the water conditions. You might be legally required to wear one. Plus, it's always a good idea to have that extra layer of safety, even if you're a strong swimmer.
That makes sense. Safety first. What about clothing? Can we just rock our regular beach wear?
You want to make sure you're dressed appropriately for the water temperature and weather conditions. For colder climates, wetsuits or dry suits will keep you warm. In warmer weather, lightweight, quick-drying clothing and a hat for sun protection are essential. And don't forget your sunscreen.
Good point. Sunburns are never fun, especially on the water. Anything else we shouldn't forget?
It's always smart to carry a whistle or a light, especially if you're paddling in low visibility conditions or near boat traffic. You want to be able to signal for help if needed.
Okay, so we've got the board, paddle, leash, PFD, the right clothing, even a whistle. I'm feeling prepared. But now I'm curious, what can you actually DO on a SUP? Is it just paddling around, enjoying the view?
Oh, SUP it's so much more than just paddling around. Although I have to say there's a special kind of magic in that too. Think of your paddleboard as a platform for adventure.
Ah, I like where this is going. What kind of adventures are we talking about here? Give me the SUP bucket list.
All right, so first off, you got your recreational paddling. This is where most people start. Exploring calm lakes, meandering rivers, cruising along coastlines. It's all about soaking in the beauty of your surroundings, enjoying that peacefulness of being on the water and getting a little gentle workout.
Ah, I can already feel the stress melting away.
Yeah.
Just picturing myself gliding across a glassy lake. It's beautiful. But you mentioned SUP yoga earlier. Now that's definitely piqued my curiosity.
Oh, SUP yoga is an incredible way to deepen your practice,
Huh?
literally and figuratively. The unstable surface of the board adds a whole new dimension to the poses. It challenges your balance, your core strength in ways you wouldn't experience on solid ground. And being surrounded by water, feeling that gentle rocking motion, it's incredibly calming and connects you to nature in such a profound way.
Wow, I'm getting a sense of why people rave about it. It's like taking mindfulness to a whole new level.
Yeah.
But what about those seeking a bit more, you know, adrenaline? Can you actually surf on these things?
Absolutely. Remember those Hawaiian roots we talked about?
Yeah.
Well, SCP surfing is a direct descendant of that tradition. It's about harnessing the power of a wave, but with the added challenge and thrill of using a paddle for maneuverability and speed. Imagine yourself riding a wave, feeling that surge of energy and using your paddle to carve and turn. It's exhilarating.
That sounds like a serious workout. Is it as intense as it sounds?
SUP surfing it's definitely a step up in terms of fitness and skill. You need strong core muscles, good balance, and a sense of timing to catch those waves. But it is incredibly rewarding.
So we've got peaceful paddling, Zen yoga, and adrenaline pumping surfing. What else is there? I'm starting to think SUP has no limits.
You're catching on. There's also the world of SUP racing. This is where the competitive spirit comes alive. You'll find races ranging from, short sprints to endurance challenges that span miles.
Whoa, SUP marathons, that's hardcore.
It is. SUP racing demands, incredible endurance, strength, and paddling technique. It's not just about paddling fast. It's about strategy, pacing yourself, and reading the water conditions.
Okay, I'm officially in awe of the athleticism involved in SUP.
Yeah.
But I can't forget about those pictures I've seen of people, fishing from paddleboards.
Yeah.
Is SUP fishing actually a thing? It seems almost too peaceful to be true.
Oh, it's a real thing, all right. And it's gaining popularity for good reason. Imagine, gliding silently across the water, approaching those hard to reach fishing spots that bigger boats just can't access. It's about stealth, connecting with nature, and the thrill of the catch.
That sounds like the ultimate fishing experience. So from serene paddling to intense racing and even meditative fishing.
Huh.
SUP really does cater to every personality and interest, but I'm guessing the benefits go beyond just the fun factor.
You are absolutely right. Stand-up paddleboarding, it's a holistic workout for both your body and mind.
Ooh, I'm ready to hear about this mind-body magic. Break it down for us.
All right, so physically, SUP, it's full body engagement. You're using your core to balance your legs and back for power, your shoulders and arms for paddling. It improves your cardiovascular health, strengthens your muscles, and enhances your balance and flexibility. It's a low impact workout, that's gentle on your joints, making it suitable for people of all ages and fitness levels.
Okay, I'm already feeling more toned just thinking about it. But what about the mental side of things? What's the draw there?
Well, being out on the water, surrounded by nature, has this incredible calming effect. It's a chance to disconnect from the digital world, escape the noise, and breathe in the fresh air. And the rhythmic motion of paddling can be almost meditative, helping you quiet your mind, focus on the present moment, and release stress.
It's like a moving meditation. I love that.
Yeah.
So it's a workout, a stress reliever, and a way to reconnect with nature. Are there any downsides? This is starting to sound too good to be true.
Well, there is one aspect we haven't touched on yet, and that is the environmental impact.
You're right. We can't forget about that. Anytime we're enjoying the outdoors, we have a responsibility to minimize our footprint.
Exactly. And with SUP, it's all about embracing the, leave no trace principles. That means packing out everything you pack in, respecting wildlife and their habitats, and avoiding sensitive areas.
So being mindful guests in nature's playground, what else can we do to be more eco-conscious while paddleboarding?
Simple choices can make a big difference. Opt for biodegradable sunscreen to avoid polluting the water and harming marine life. Support organizations that are working to protect and conserve our waterways. Choose eco-friendly gear when possible. And be an advocate for responsible SUP practices. Every little bit helps.
I love that. It's a reminder that we're part of something bigger and need to protect these beautiful places for future generations to enjoy. We've covered so much ground in this deep dive. It's incredible, from ancient history to modern gear, the incredible range of SUP activities and the physical and mental benefits. It's inspiring to see how something that seems so simple on the surface has so much depth. I have to admit, hearing all this has me itching to try SUP myself, but with so many options, it's kind of hard to know where to begin. What advice would you give to someone, totally new to the world of SUP?
The best way to start is by taking a lesson from a certified instructor. They'll teach you, the basic techniques, safety guidelines, help you find the right gear for your goals. There's nothing better than having a pro show you the ropes.
That's great advice. What about choosing a location? Are there certain spots that are better for beginners?
Absolutely. Calm, flat water is key for your first few times out. Think, calm lakes, slow moving rivers, or sheltered bays. Once you're comfortable with the basics, you can gradually work your way up to more challenging environments.
So start slow and steady, build confidence, and then maybe graduate to those ocean waves.
Exactly. And remember, SUP is all about having fun and connecting with nature. Don't be afraid to fall, all right? It's part of the learning process. Embrace those wobbly moments, laugh it off, and enjoy the journey.
I love that perspective. It's a reminder that it's not always about perfection. It's about the experience.
Yeah.
So find a good instructor, start on calm water, and just enjoy the ride. Anything else you'd add for first-time paddlers?
Don't forget to soak in the moment, be
Yeah.
present, feel the sun on your skin, the breeze in your hair, the gentle rocking of the board. It's amazing how therapeutic it can be to simply be out on the water, surrounded by nature.
It sounds like the ultimate way to disconnect and recharge. We've covered so much ground in this deep dive, from the ancient roots of SUP to the diverse ways to enjoy it today, the the health benefits, the importance of eco-conscious paddling, and even choosing the right gear. I feel like I've gained a whole new appreciation for this sport.
It's been a fantastic journey exploring the world of SUP, and I hope our listeners is feeling inspired to give it a try.
I think it's safe to say they are. But we've talked about so many different types of SUP, from leisurely paddling to SUP yoga, surfing, and even racing.
Oh.
Which one calls to you most, and why?
That's a tough one. Each type of SUP has its own, unique appeal. But if I had to choose, I'd say SUP surfing holds a special place in my heart. There's nothing quite like the feeling of catching a wave, feeling that surge of power and riding it all the way to the shore. It's pure exhilaration.
I can hear the passion in your voice. It sounds incredible. Well, after this deep dive, I think we've all got a serious case of SUP fever. So for our listener out there, which type of SUP adventure speaks to you? Is it the peaceful serenity of cruising on a calm lake, the challenge and thrill of riding waves, the focus and flow of SUP yoga, or maybe the competitive spirit of racing? Whatever sparks your interest, we encourage you to dive in and explore. And who knows, maybe we'll do a deep dive into specific aspects of SUP in future episodes based on your feedback. So let us know what you're curious about, and we'll see you out on the water.